think you guys, sorry for waiting on the stream. We have some technical issue with the audio, but I think it has been fixed now. We should be starting the stream in like some minute now. Okay, let's get started. All right. So everyone, welcome to this. This is the first ever webinar on AppMint, and the purpose of the webinar is to showcase the features of AppMint, and that what we'll be doing. It's just a brief. It's not a detailed, in-depth overview into AppMint, but it's to showcase what you can achieve with AppMint, and I will just quickly show you what we'll be talking about. Then from there we dive right in. If you have any questions, then you can post it on our social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. So we'll be monitoring on those channels. I'll be responding to you. You can also send us a direct message on YouTube. So actually, this is just an introduction. This is like the first part of the thing we'll be learning today. But as we are going in, I'll be showing you what's possible and how we're going to go about it. But before we go there, let me just quickly show you what is AppMint with, how to create a web, how to get started, and things like that. Then from there, we're going to dive in. So this screen right now is the when you log into AppMint. This is the builder part of AppMint. This is our website, and for most people, if you want to get started, this is where you'll be. Is the website you'll be starting from. Once you actually get started, that's when you transition to using the builder. I'm just quickly going to go into our public website, which is the starting point of everything. And the first thing you do when you get here is to actually get started, which is pretty much all you have to do is to click on try it now. think there's a technical problem with my connection. I'm losing connection at this moment. I don't know what's going on. I can't access any website. If you guys can still hear me. There's a little glitch and we are trying to resolve it, and we'll be back shortly. Hello? Okay, I think we've identified the issue that is causing the problem and we fixed it. And I will go back later on and show the demo about the template. But in the meantime, let's just dive into what AppMint is. I will just go to the builder and we'll start working from there. So, based on what we've seen now, so AppMint itself is just a very robust platform for you to do a lot of things. And we created a course, like a developer course, that will introduce people to how to get started with AppMint. And this is not the full course, but it's an introduction to the course with an opportunity to continue to the other part of that course. Having said this, I will just show you what the AppMint developer UI designer UI looks like. And from there we can move on to other part of marketing that I want to talk about. So while the screen is still loading, I'm just going to talk. The main reason why we build AppMint is because we found out there are gaps in the industry of things that is possible and things that we can achieve. And that's it. So this is the UI when you have registered and you created an account and you log in. This is the UI that you see. This is your initial dashboard that shows you all you have. Right now I'm using this demo account to just show you what's possible. There are so many things you can do, but in this particular demo we'll simply be focusing on the website design part of it. Even though you can build mobile apps, you can have CRM, you can have project management, you can have so many other things. There are opportunity and other courses that will focus on those. In this particular time, we're just going to focus on website designing part of it and light uses, and that's it. And if you have any question or to know more about any particular aspect of AppMint, then we can go into details and show it to you. This first part is your org, and what this part does is like it's where you see all the actual control of the entire application itself, and that's where it is. For right now, I'm just going to click on this button, and what you see when you go to this is the website that you have created. You have opportunity of having multiple websites inside the same host. In this particular one, I have just two, and I'm going to open demo. Even though I'm not just going to click it because it's my default website, so it's already open for me. So when I go into website, I see it's load. These are all the pages I have in my website. For example, let me click on the first page. So what does is like it opens it in another window, so you can still have your primary control window open. And now the page I've clicked is open up in another window. By clicking on the other tab, I can see the page I've clicked. This particular page is a blank page. I'm going to open another page. This particular page I'm going to open, we have content in it. So I can say like now these are the content in this particular page that has been designed to be there. These are not static. You can come in there and change anything. So to start editing your site, all you have to do is just click on anything. Once you click on anything, you'll see some menus around it, and those are your first point of contact to start making changes to things. You can play around is standard icon that you see in most applications. You can just play around to know what they do, and if you don't have enough, there's a property bar you can bring out that will give you more controls over things you can edit. And the property bar is here. Click on this button, you can bring it out. It has multi tabs of other things you can do. The other way to bring it out is like there are context menu when you click on any items. So when you click on any item, there are context menu. Inside the context menu, there's the same icon again, tune item. Once you click on it, it still brings out the property bar. And this is where you can change almost everything about the object that is being currently selected. For example, I'll just go into colors and change the color of the text. So now I've changed the color. Likewise, I can change the font size. But that's not the only way you can change that. You could have just used the other context menu to also make those changes. In fact, this menu and that menu, they actually change the same thing. These are just the quick things we think you could change very fast. You need to change often. We brought them out for you so you can just use them fast. So one big question is like, all this content on the page, it was already there. What about if I don't have content on my page? How do I get started? Right. Okay, I will leave this page alone. I'll go to the blank page and show you how to get started. Even though the clean is blank, it's because we have so many things to show, and that's where we are showing a blank screen. Everything is tucked neatly out for you so it doesn't get in your way of your design. The first thing you want to click is to click on, I'm going to change, for some reason this guy is in French, I'm going to change back to English. So now I'm in English. It's going to click on presets. Once you have preset, you see all the immediate tools you have that you can use. You can drag and drop them on the screen, and on top of preset you can see there are some categories like you can click on to take you to those particular content, if that's the content you are looking for. You click on the category, you take it to the content. Let me just say I want something like a blog that looks like a blog. Okay, here we have them. All you have to do next is just drag them on the page. So I have this. So we have this. And following what I said before, now you can click and start editing. You can click and start editing. The editing is not only limited to text and things. You can edit anything. Like for example, I can even move it if I want. Like to enable move, I just have to click on this button, then move is enabled, then now I can move it. But I'm going to undo that. Undo the entire move. I don't want to move it. Yep, it's undo. Like these are images. To change the image, because this is context aware, when you select things, the icons you get after they select that things are different based on the item you select. Like these are image, and I want to change this image. Yeah, you have so many options. I can just click on this button, then go select an image I like. Now the image is changed. If I want to repeat the image across all the other tabs, there are better ways to do it. I don't have to go back and select a new image. I can just assume the image stuff is open. I can just rightly drag image onto it. Select it, drag image onto it. And that's just it. That's another way to change it, to change image. The other one, like I can just copy it, then click on it again, then paste it on it. Just you can see because this thing is designed with enterprise in mind, there are so many ways of doing the same thing just to give the flexibility and things, and that's one way of doing it. The other one is I've generated the image from AI and replace it with it. All I have to do is just to bring up the AI bar. Now I can talk to it and say, hey, give me an image. Like for example, let me assume I want this image to be okay. It's working. It's just going to generate the image, then we can just, it's going to be a fake image, then we can just insert it. So this is the image it gave to me. So I can now replace this image with this image. And how to do that, just click on it and click on replace. And now we have the AI generated image in the platform. So this is one way of adding content. This is one you're starting from scratch. One way of doing it. But if you don't want to start from scratch, I'm going to clean up the page. There's so many ways of doing the same thing. We don't want to start from scratch. We want, okay, we have this asset bar here. So now it's loaded. We have the asset. Now you see the asset bar. It has so many tabs and I'm going to reset it to make it bigger. It has so many tabs in it, which all the assets will be given to you. The first two tabs are items are web items that you can add on your page. So we've designed quite a lot. Like there are about 6,000 snippets in this place that you can just drag and drop and add them to your page to make your life easy. You can see that. And these are the first one is just quick access items that are not so big, like buttons, like banner, like they are not really complicated. That's why we put them here. And you can see there are categories button on top so that you can go to what you want exactly and just drag them onto your page and move on with your life. But if you want some more complex designs, then you go to the second tab. Then that's when you have some really more complex designs. And you can just, the same way, drag them to your page to make your life really easy. Get started very fast. You can see that. Just like that, you have the pricing tab. Just look for what you want, drag it. It might not be exactly what you want, but drag it, then you can modify it to exactly what you want. Like for example, the image here is not showing. If I want to fix the image, I just have to click on this, then click on this, then find the image I want to put there. Let me say I'm using this image. It's too small. So you get that. That's just the way it goes. And that's another help. The last one I would like to show in getting content in is when I was creating a page, I could have just used AI or create a page from template. For this demo, I will quickly go back to the initial page and do that demo. Now I'm going to create a new page under this existing page. But what I'm going to do here is like, once you say you want to create a new page, you have a tab on the side that just show you existing pages that you can just use to get your life started so that you don't have to start from scratch. I'm just going to pick this one. Then I'll leave the fake names there. I'm going to give them template, sub page. So that's it. So now we're creating the page from template. Then I'll say create page from template. It's going to go there and come back and the page will be created. Now the page has been created. You can see there's a sub page under this page. I'm going to click on it to open it. Now you see you have a full page ready. You don't even have to do anything. If this is what you like, just change the picture and we're ready to go. Change the picture the same way we've been working on it and change the picture. Sometimes things are nested and you can't really select them. Like for example, you can see now I'm clicking on this, but I'm not getting the image icon. And you can see in the tag here, it's showing I'm selecting a div. That means the image is probably inside the div and I can't get to it. There are ways to do that. We have this side tree. You can bring it up from your toolbox. This is the side tree. You can see it's up from the toolbox. Things you can't get to, or they are at the back of the other, that might be difficult to get to. Then you can use the side tree to find them. Like this is probably the image. Yeah, that's the image. Now I have access to the image. I can now change the image of the guy. So that's it. And that's how you change the image. You can, to resize is the easiest one. You just drag this guy and resize the image in it. But you can see it's not resizing the actual box because there's a box in front of the image. To fully resize the image, the best thing is to go back to that box that we didn't want to work on and resize the box instead. So, and that's it. And that's all about that. So I'm going to try the getting started again from the initial that we tried before that didn't work. I'm just going to give it another try. If it's going to work this time around, just let me confirm it's going to work, then I will get back to you. Okay, I think it's still not working. Let's move on. So I think we cover this module already. We already talked about these. We talked about these, and this is what we are currently talking on. And I've quickly shown you an overview of the CMS, the site builder, the template. We've not gone to template editor. So I'll just take this time around to look around other things that are possible from the AppMint backend. So back here, let's move on. I'm just going to give a walkthrough of every other thing that is inside this menu, so you have the scope of what it is. And don't get me wrong, before we go there, let me go back to one of these things. When you build website with AppMint, your website is fully responsive right from the get go. You don't have to do anything special to do that. And for that statement, that's why you have these two buttons you have up here. It's just to change while you're designing, to change how your website look, right? To see whether how it's going to look in when it's in mobile mode, to how it's going to look when it's in desktop mode. And that's what is it. And the good thing is, like, if you switch to mobile mode and you make changes based on your parameter settings, it will not affect how it looks in desktop mode. And to confirm that, you can bring up your asset tab. When you are on style, you can see it's checking my mobile mode. There's a purple check on it. It means any changes I make in this mode will only affect the mobile view. So it gives the opportunity to, even apart from what we've done to make it mobile first, we can also go extra mile and make it more mobile, as if we wish. But by the time you switch back to desktop mode, it switches it out this one again. Like now, once in desktop mode, the style affects everybody. That's just one thing I just want to talk about. Then let's go back to the walkthrough we're going to get through. The next item here, you see aura flow. This name might change in future because this is the mobile builder that is a part of AppMint. It's fully live. Not all the modules that we want in it are not ready yet, but the basic module are ready. And once everything is fully ready, we're going to introduce it. We're going to do a demo on that one also. So let me just open one of the mobile apps that I've been playing around with. And now this mobile app, if you download the AppMint Mobile SDK, Mobile Studio, then you can scan this guy and view it on your mobile phone. And when you are ready, you can publish it to the App Store. And for example, if you want to view this guy on your mobile phone right now, you just have to go to the QR code, use the mobile from the AppMint Studio, scan this, and you can view it on the mobile app. But if you want to view it instantly inside the browser, you can just click on this button and to open up a new window, and you can view your mobile app while you are building it. So this is a full-fledged mobile app builder. These are your screens. You can create as many screens as you want, and you have your palette where you can pick in rows, columns. Apart from that, we have pre-built module, that things that are common like sign in, dashboard, maps. You don't have to do a lot. You can just drag them in. You don't have to customize them. So that's all about this one. Then I'll keep moving on to the next thing is, like, we have the content place where you have it's designated for you to manage your content. The first part I showed you before was just about your website. What about if you have a blog page, or you have a course, a training site where you create training, where you have dynamically generated data that will be your content. So you need a centralized point to manage them, and that's why we create the content place. I don't know. I keep switching me to French. I'm back to English now. So the first thing inside this place is the wow. This is not expected. Cancel. So I think there's a glitch there. Gonna continue. Position. Go to Content Studio, and what the first thing you can create posts. These are all the posts I've created. You just click on this plus button, or you click on this plus button, you can create posts. And this is just like any other post application. And don't be fooled by this form you see here. Like you don't have enough items in your form. Well, because this thing is dynamic, we expect you to create the kind of form you want. You can create any kind of form you want and capture any data you want. So whatever you see in this form does not really matter. And that's why this place is for. These are all the type of forms that we like to capture. And I've created different types of forms. You can create more. You just have to go to the place to create them. We'll get to that place later, but I'll just show an example for it. This is like a form I created to post with image. You can see now I have these more buttons at the bottom. Then I can just select another one like API documentation. Now I have all these buttons, all these more forms to fill, and so on and so forth. These are dynamic. The content you want to take, you can create them. Once you create the content, now you can design how they're going to look on the web page. That's another thing entirely. We're going to get that in future. This thing you've seen before when I was selecting image, and I can open it again. It opens out our file manager, which is just like your Windows file manager, right? And you can upload pictures, save picture, put them in folders and things like that. And that's just it. And this navigation, its primary purpose is to, in case you can manually put anything on your page based on what you've done and create your own manual navigation. What if you want your navigation to be data driven, to come from a particular place, a structured place, or whatever? That's where this place is meant for, is to create a navigation that you can then use on your site, on your page, in different places on your page, in case you want them to be uniform. So you can have the same navigation everywhere, but you don't change them directly from the web page. You come back here and change where they are connected and things like that. Tags, I don't think I need to talk tags. It's just the same standard tags you have. Categories, the same thing. It's just standard categories. There's no point to talk about that. It looks like navigation, but you just create categories, nested categories. That's all. There's nothing big about it. So these last two, I just quickly going to mention them. If when we are on the page, I open up the asset tabs right here, and I was dragging components from here into this. Probably you'll design something on by yourself, and that thing is really useful, and you might want to use it in so many other places. We'll give you the option of saving them as templates, which is this button. And once you save them as template, it shows up here. Then you can reuse them in so many places, and that's what you save as template. But actually, when you click on this button to save as template, you're actually doing this guy. This is what you're doing. You are creating a template, which is you can just create it directly from here. So you can just create the template, name it, save it, paste your HTML that you've designed it, and save it. Now, once you create it and save it here, it automatically show up inside this place for you. So you can use it anywhere you want. Drag it. That's how this one you see here. That's how they are created. It's how you click on this one. It will save this content as a template, or you manually create it from that place. The second one, which is similar to the first one, but the difference is this one is a component. What is the difference between a template and a component? A template is just a piece of HTML. It's not dynamic. It's not responsive. What if you want something dynamic, something that will fetch a data from the backend, like a blog post? like a block category that is fetching category from the category database or any other thing. That's where a component is. It's a template with the dynamic part of it. So that's what you have the component. It's the same thing, you just have more buttons. This is the storefront. Just think of this like this entire section is the entire Shopify. Everything is to add product, manage product, and all things like that. And that's what you do in this place. It's a lot. We probably need a whole session on this because it's really powerful. It even have access for you to sell offline, connect payment gateway, manage your returns, which most shopping cart will not offer, create promotions, create shopping cart. You don't need any plugin to do anything special. Everything is built right into this app. Well, now come the CRM. This CRM is overpowered to the extent that you can even make phone calls from inside the CRM. And it's not only CRM, it's also come with lead sales and marketing, with social media management, all inside the same application. And from there, you can do more. Like, for example, let me just show you. This is our com center. The com center is a unified messaging platform where you can send message to everywhere, from phone number to social media to email to SMS message. For example, all you have to do is just set the delivery type. What kind of delivery do you want? And if you go here, you can see all sorts of delivery types. You can see, and once you select it, the form will change based on the kind of delivery type you've chosen. If I pick an email, for example, you can see now it's giving me an option to write an email. If I change it to SMS, now it's changing. If I go into Facebook, it's going to change again to like what data that person will take. And that's how this works. All you have to do now is to fill up the form, then send it. Then to go to that particular anywhere you post it. If you say Facebook and you set some message, it's going to actually create a post on Facebook for you. And I told you, like, we can make phone calls. There's like a dial. In case they're here, you're working from here, you want to talk to a customer, you can dial them right inside the app, and you can complete your conversation. I'm gonna close all these things that we'll be talking about. There is another fun part of it where you can manage your social media, or you can link up as many social media as you can want, and you can manage them centrally. One beautiful thing is like you can see your feed from different media platforms all together, all in one. I'm just quickly going to demo that. So it's showing nothing now because my feed are not connected. So to do the connection, I just come to the last tab here. Just let it load. Why is it loading? I think my internet having issues. Probably gonna lose the stream, and that's why this thing is loading. Well, I think I lost my stream. I don't know why I lost that stream. I can't get my presentation up anymore. I will just use it final time to talk through what other possibility are possible. Then we're gonna from there we're gonna move on to other things. Even my course link is down, and I think the problem is that my internet went out, and right now I'm on the backup internet, and I can't get everything to just work as scheduled. So, but what we're going for that, what I would have shown you is to show you how all these things connect together, and they fit together to actually make everything happen in this kind of thing that I think, okay, now I'm getting my internet back. Okay, I think I can get my feedback. Yep, it works now. We cover all these modules already, and we are somewhere here. Yeah. Okay, now we're back. So let me just quickly do a walkthrough. I don't know, make this crap. We are talking about the social media management. You click on these, then you click on integration, then you can connect your social media site into AppMint. And once it's connected, then the possibility is limited. You can just start doing so many things. So right now, I don't have any social media connected, and that's why I can't really show you my feed. You'll have been able to see all my different social media in one feed, and you can manage them together. But I just don't want to take more of the time. I'll just move on. The same thing, we have lead management where you can manage your leads, all the leads you're getting from different sources. You can have them come together. You can create a lead dashboard that show you what is happening across all your lead platform. Track what you want to track, create a pipeline, things like that. So the next thing is contact, which is your unified contact management center where you manage all your contact. Any form of contact will be here. You can manage your contact details, everything you can do. You can view all your customers, and you can create and contact them directly, and that's what this place is for. Then you have a chat. This is more like an internal chat where you chat with your staff, not the way you place you chat with external people. You chat within your staff. But also, if the person that is on logged into the system is on active duty to do the support chat, when customer calls you from your public website, then the chat also comes in, because App also offer chat engine where you can chat with your customer. And even having said that, in this place too, that's where you're going to design the chatbot for your customer. You can say this, for example, how the chatbot that your customer is going to say, this is how it's going to look. You design them from here. This is an example of where you build them, change the text and everything. You can come here and open the one I've designed before in the past. Like this, for example, I've designed this one. And now you can just copy this code on your chatbot, and this is what your customer will see. You can configure, you can set when you want it to be online, when they are offline, and things like that from this panel here. You can also set the staff, member of staff that will be agents. You set them here. So if the staff that is logged in is an agent, and the customer on the website and the boss, it will show up for the person here. Apart from that, you also have this map that actively shows where all your customers that are buzzing on your website are, and you can know, so you can, when you're talking to them, you can know exactly what you're talking to them, because you can see, you can have an idea where they're talking to you from. You have this map that shows everybody, and also you have this place that shows active session, the people that are currently active on your website, and you can just talk to any one of them, and that's what that place is for. And this is standard ticket management system, where you create and manage tickets. It's just is the standard ticket system where you can create it, and there's a UI for this on the client end where they can talk to you and submit a ticket. And this is a form. What is form? You can see in most places, for example, a job application form, bank account opening form. So many, there are so many forms out there. In case you want a form that you want your customer to fill, you want to send it to them, this is where you can design the form. This is actually where you design the form. This is where you create the form sending. You initiate it to send the form and track the outcome. And any form sent and any form received, any form filled, you can track it from this place. So this is a really big place. I can't really do justice to it. I can just tell you we have that too. This is sign doc. And what is sign doc? Well, most now people sign document online. We have that feature to where you can send document to people and let them sign it online, and you can track the signing. And it's really simple to do. All you have to get started is to select the PDF. I'll just quickly show that. There should go be another detail section on this. Let me say this is the PDF we want to sign. Just select the PDF. From there we're going to start. There's a problem with the PDF file. I'm going to open another one. Hope I'll find a better PDF file. I think there's a problem with the PDF file. So I don't have a PDF file. Assume there's a good PDF file, then I will have seen my PDF file there, and I can specify where I want to be signed and everything. Once I've done that, then I can say who to sign it. Then off it goes. I send it to the customer and they sign the PDF. There is a event planning center where you plan your event and things like that. You can see there are so many tabs on top where you go from session to session to create what kind of event you want to plan, how you want to plan it. And we also have a unified calendar. So if you are on this event reservation and people have created reservation for different people, you can just come to a unified calendar and you're going to see what's happening to everybody, who is what's happening, and you can see the calendar for everybody in one place. You can change the week view and things like that. Even right from this calendar, you can also start doing things like schedule, and you can add a meeting, add a reservation, create a post. This is doing it as a back-end officer where you are the admin person. Maybe you have a shop and people walking into the shop to schedule something. Then you can log into the back end, come here and do your admin stuff. If I say add reservation, for example, add meeting, for example, this is going to change to what, and this is the form you fill. So you don't leave this same screen. Like this is scheduling a meeting. I just fill the form and I'm done. This is reservation form. I just select what time is available this time, then I fill the form, so I'm done. So I'm not leaving the same screen and I'm creating everything. If I click on this guy, then I see all the pending items that are coming pending, and that's all about that. This is just a log. If you are making phone calls, all the log of the calls you have made. Database, I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's really very big. We're going to have a detailed session on this. Just know, when I was telling you like the content post, and I say post and I create a new post, and I'm telling you that you can create this form that you see is different, right? And because from the database I can create a different type of form for any content I want. Just have to come here and create it. All I have to do that is to start a new form. Like, you have your whole form designer here. Even when you want to create signed form for customers to sign, this is where you design the initial form before you start sending it. You have your element where you can drop whatever you want onto the page. Paragraph, container with contain other elements. You can even drive layout structure onto the page. Like, for example, I want a tab. You can put a tab there, then create more tabs. Then each of the tab put content in it. So now you can have a preview of what we've done. These are my tabs. You can see them. You can have accordion. You can even have a slider inside your layout. All of them are here. This is also so big. Apart from that, you can set rules, you can set validation, you can do so many things. You can fetch data directly into the form. You can fetch data from the database and things like that. You can fetch data from third-party source into the form while you fill the form. You can want the form to be signed. Apart from that, the form can have their own form URL where it loads itself into a website where it can be public. You can use it for poll and survey and things like that. But automatically, when you fill the form, it also has a table too where you can see the table of what is filled in the form, which is this, and that's it. If this is really big, there's going to be a detail section on this. Then the last part I will talk about before we conclude today is this main flow and template designer and creative studio. If you've used Canva before, just know this is not as good as Canva, but it has everything you need to be successful in this place. And we have a new version of it coming up, which is now going to be AI based. And this is just like a graphic designer where you can design your graphics. I think we run into a glitch. So I will just template editor is where you edit your template, like email templates and things like that you want to send to your customer. And we have template already built in where you can just drag and drop. And this is not the only template built in. Like I said, we have a lot of templates. You can even bring template from the asset tab. If you go into the asset tab, these are your email templates. Lot of email templates, about 6,000 for example. Email templates are here that you can drag and drop and reuse. Let me just drag some of them, you can see what I mean. So you don't have to. You can see that. You have crazy amount of template that you can just use for your email. And these are not static email. You can now customize the email, put customizable variable there. It's the same format you use everywhere you go to customize anything, to make it dynamic. In case you want it to be your other email, you want customer name to be here, for example. Now, maybe customer name, right? It just to put a tag like this. Something like this. That's not exactly what it is. But to know exactly what it is, you can just open up your personalized tab. Then you see all your data you have in your system. And where are the data coming from? It's also linked back to this database. Whatever data you've created in the database, once you have it in your system, you want to send it to other people. For example, just go here, you want their street, you want their name, you want their email or their company name, just copy it. That's the data you need. Then go back to your design and paste it in it. I'm going to remove this guy and paste the right thing. So now this is it. At runtime, this will insert the address of the customer into this place. The company name of the customer into this place when this mail is being sent, and so forth. You can even personalize the tone. The same thing too. If I want to send to, I'll just have to put that in here also. It's going to be like this, customer.email. So at the same time, it's going to put the email address of the customer here and send to the email of the customer. And that's where you have this template designer for. Then the last part that is really important is main flow. This is also so big. We're going to have a section on this one. This is where you create, although we created so many options for you, but sometimes we can't cover everything. In case you need some unique workflow that is not already covered, then you can come here and design your own custom workflow. And one good thing about this place is also AI powered, where you can do so many AI stuff, where you can do chat completion and things like that. To create a workflow, all you have to do is start dragging on the page, and it's that simple. You drag a trigger, you drag event, and you drag everything. What do you want to do? Drag actions. Or for example, you can say maybe for example every 6 a.m. in the morning I want to post to Facebook. I drag the timer, I configure my timer, right? How do I want it to be configured? Interval. Every let's say every this is every 5 seconds. Okay, good. What do I want to do? I go to social. Okay, send email. This will send an email every 5 seconds. Connect it. Then the next thing is to put my email template. You see, I fill the form with my email. And once I run this thing, whatever email I've set, it will be sending email to them every 5 seconds. It could be more complicated, it could be simpler. That just what I if you look at what I've done, there are really complicated ones and there are really simple ones. And just for you to do other kind of workflow that we might not have thought of. Yeah. So that covers basic overview of AppMint with a little bit in-depth knowledge into how to use AppMint to build website. We're going to be having more sessions, detailed section for each of the particular section, and we'll go forward from there. Okay, I think at this time we're gonna close. I'm gonna be following up with everyone at another time. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I said if there's anybody with question, then you can post it on our social platform that we can answer it. And if there are no questions, we're gonna see you soon.